2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Wizards in Washington. Well, for Washington, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked: defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala, MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector.
I like that.
Joakim Noah. Roy Hibbert does a great job of the verticality thing, jumping up in the rim, not really getting called a lot of fouls on him. So, well, that's my pick for the big guys when it comes to defense.
Say no more.
Excuse me, is it me or is Anthony Davis retired? Come on, how can he not be on that list?
No, what we're talking about, he's a great defender.
He's an okay defender.
However, he's a great defender, but I think,
Stop it, Ernie.
Because he's such an all-around player, we kind of take some of it.
Stop it, Ernie.
Come on,
We're taking some of it for granted.
Got to be on that list. He's got to be on that list.
Ernie's on the list. Okay, he's on the list, Ernie.
Thank you very much.
But he's not defense first. He's offense first. The guys that I name are defense first, then offense.
Thanks for joining us. Nobody's listening to that anymore. Thank you for putting Anthony Davis on the list.
He's on the list.
We'll see you later.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
It's interconference time for these Grizzlies as they come in as the visiting team. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. On the wings, it's Lee and Green. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Now here's Wall. Nene, the screen. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Washington shooting their first free throw this game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Kicks to Dudley. Nene against Randolph. Clock at 6. No luck. Going for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards. It did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
Here is Wall. Michael Conley making his last shot. Conley against Wall. Nene has the open look, and that one hits back iron. Memphis with the ball. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Conley, the pass to Lee. Outside, Green. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Outside, Green. From downtown. Rebound, Washington. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Lee. Shoots from 12. The rebound by Gortat. Outside, Wall. Nene, the screen. And Wall kicks to Beal. 17-foot shot on the way. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around.
With the fadeaway. Gasol, no good.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Ugly with it. Now Green defending. Fires from 14. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Dishes it to Lee. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Gasol passes to Lee. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Randolph. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris?
One player we discussed in detail is the young Bradley Beal. He said, I was a fan of his game from watching him at Florida. His combination of outside shooting and slashing make him a very tough cover. We're going to put pressure on him and try to take the ball out of his hands. And Kevin, Beal's such an intriguing talent. We'll see if he's able to put up some big numbers.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
And we've all seen how dominant Bradley Beal can be. The 3rd overall pick in the 2012 draft. He's already had a solid young career, but still plenty of room to grow.
Free throw good, Beal. Talking about Bradley Beal's potential, it's not just the shooting, it's also the passing, and you really don't think of him as a passer, but for such a young two-guard, he's extremely unselfish, averaged over 3 assists a game over the past 2 years.
And the true stars of our game feature versatility. And here's a guy that has also tremendous upside as a rebounder. I mean, how about getting 7 boards almost a game the 1 year he was in college? So he understands the importance of impacting other areas. I mean, last season he had his highest steals average of his career, and everything's upside with this young man. The sky's the limit.
Excellent point. Here's Conley. After marching Gortat's bucket. Fires the 3. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 5. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Wall. Stolen by Conley. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Lee. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Wall. There's the pick. And the shot falls short this time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Conley into the lane. Left side Gasol. No good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Nene kicks to Beal. The Wizards working the ball around now. That is good.
I'll tell you what, post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Lee. Conley kicks to Randolph. The jump hook, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Washington trailing. Up top, Dudley. To the paint. Now here's Beal. 5 points in the game. The pass to Wall. 5 to shoot. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Gasol with the steal. Wall against Conley. Gasol. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what
know
we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here.
Whew.
Info and entertainment.
Oh. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
Now here's Wall. Here's Gortat. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Gortat's got 6 points. Memphis leading. Conley with it. Right side Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in their final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Washington. Wizards trail by 3. Dudley with a screen on Conley. Conley against Wall. Shoots from 14. Good work defensively by Conley.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Randolph can't hit. For Washington, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And it's Wall, top of the key. He dishes it to Nene. That's good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Conley. He has 5. Inside. Some solid defense there by Nene. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Beal against Green. Now Beal. He's got 5. He feeds it to Wall. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way. Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Picked by Humphries. Wall dishes to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And here's Lee. Back to Conley. Randolph, a screen on Wall. Picked by Randolph. Over in the corner, Green. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Clark thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
For the Wizards, Porter's checked in for Dudley. Gary Neal comes in for Beal, and Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Then for the Grizzlies, Barnes comes in for Jeff Green, and Allen subbed in for Courtney Lee. And the Wizards with possession. They trail by 1, and Neal kicks to Humphries. Barnes against Porter. 6 to shoot, right wing. Sessions against Conley. Sessions, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. The drive by Allen. That's good. And it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Porter, picked by Humphries. And that one's good by Porter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it's Conley penetrating. Here's Randolph. No luck. Some solid defense there by Nene.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
That free throw, no good. Some changes for Memphis. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Good on the second free throw. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
And so it's Washington with it after the Marcus Gasol. Sessions passes to Nene. Humphries with a screen on Allen. Neal dishes to Nene. The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. but he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Right with the screen on Sessions. Here's Hudrick. Right sets a screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Sessions kicks to Humphries. Nene, the screen. On its way from Neal for 2. Kept alive by Washington. Second chance shot. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Here's Gasol. Gasol with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Nene, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
They need this one, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first one falls. Barnes hits them both. Here's Neal. From deep three-point range. At the end of one, a closely contested.
Get ready for your Wizard Girl.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Memphis leading. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Oubre out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Gortat in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Now here's Allen. Shot clock at 5. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Tony Allen.
The Wizards shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And Beal kicks to Wall. And it's right, sending it back. Carter outside. He kicks to Green. Fades. The shot is off. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the miss by John Wall. Udrich, the pass to Green. Gortat with the block. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall's running. There's the bucket. Good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Wright. Lee comes in for Allen. And it's Mike Conley in for Udrich. And that one falls for Wall.
And for Wright, being traded twice, he's one of those players that is so efficient, but in small doses. So really the ultimate bitch guy to come in and give you minutes in the post.
Green with a screen for Conley. Good on the triple. Conley's got the lead up to 4 now for Memphis.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Beal. He's got 8. Passes it to Dudley. Lee with the steal. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. And he lays it up and in. And now a 6-point Grizzly lead.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
It's stolen by Carter. Now here is Conley. Tight defense on him. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Green. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Green's got 5.
You know, I think that will ultimately be Wright's role going forward. A great bench option. Despite all the trades, last year he was still extremely efficient as a scorer.
That's good. 8 points for Marcin Gortat.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Now here is Carter. Defense right on him. Green with a screen on Wall. Clock at 6. Carter right side. Randolph. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And the first one at the line is good.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Green. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Conley dishes to Randolph. Back to Conley. And too long on the shot. And Randolph, Clark, can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread fours.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Well, I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't
He sure does.
Wizards making a switch here. Nene's checked in. Green, the screen. Conley kicks to Randolph. From the corner. Rebound, Washington.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
Really left alone that. And now just a 4-point Grizzly lead. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Carter outside. Oubre with the steal. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. Michael Conley picks one up.
You know, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from 3. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. Memphis known for how tough they are at home, but they were equally tough, Clark, on the road last season.
Yeah, grit and grind travels well, Kevin. I mean, even on the road, they were able to force teams to play at their pace.
And both free throws good for Oubre.
And guys, consistency always a key for the Grizzlies. And when you talk of consistency, how about having the same field goal percentage, whether away or at home?
11 feet away. The rebound by Carter. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Lee passes to Conley. Green with a screen on Wall. Outside, Green for 3. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
And you know, to be able to knock down shots on the road the same way you do at home is why the Grizzlies racked up 24 road wins. I mean, it helps when you can attack the basket as they do and work things inside close to the rim. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Conley. 8 points for him. Nice shot by Randolph. Randolph's got 4 this quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Down low. Shot is good, and the Memphis leads cut down to just 3 in the basket from Dudley.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Conley kicks to Carter. Randolph a screen. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Green. Great look, but off the mark. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. No good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Conley kicks to Green. There's the dish to Randolph. Wall with some nice defense. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Oubre, and he dunks it down.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Memphis has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Chris Humphries has checked in for Dudley. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Now, here's Gasol. Here's Conley. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Excellent game we've seen from Mike Conley. He has 8 points and the 2 nice steals as well. He's been hot from downtown to go along with those great assist numbers.
Yeah, but he's also shot it well, but then he's also done a great job of dissecting the defense with some great passes.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
And Conley drops them both.
And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
Now here's Sessions. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Humphries, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Barnes. Neal pulls it in.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And thinking back to the Wizards having all of their starting 5 scoring in double digits last year, those are the kinds of teams that coaches hate to plan against. Any given night, one of them can step up and hurt you, and you just couldn't plan for where their points were going to come from.
And the transition defense now, guys, non-existent, invisible.
Yeah, 3 straight fast break buckets here. The D seems to be sleepwalking. Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Now here's Sessions following the miss by Zach Randolph. Now the feed to Humphries. And shot on the way. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lee. Memphis trailing here. Kicks it to Randolph. Pass to Conley. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Gasol up and in from the low block. Gasol's got 6. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
It's Porter outside. The shot's good. Sessions making the play.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And that one's good. Lee's got the game tied up here for Memphis.
Assist goes to
Washington shooting 59% here in the second quarter. They're playing with great confidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Verizon Center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
Grizzlies with some changes. White is checked in for Randolph. Allen comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Here is Porter. He's got 7. Feeds it to Sessions. Dishes it to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Humphries. The Grizzlies pull it in.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Wright. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Good looking screen by Gasol. And Udrich kicks to Wright. Here's Gasol. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Wizards shooting pretty good tonight at 48%.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East, and Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
Taken away by Nene. And there's the call on Brandon Wright. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
The Wizards making a switch here. Gortat's checked in. Here is Porter. He's got 7. He dishes it to Sessions. Gortat with the screen for Sessions. A floater, no luck. And Memphis the other way now. We're getting back to Humphries. He was rolling pretty good last season, but a late season groin injury, Clark, cost him the final 16 games.
Yeah, terribly disappointing for Chris because he had become an important part of that front court rotation. He was up to almost 20 minutes a game before he went down.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
There's a screen by Gortat. Now here's Sessions. He's guarded by Udrich. Porter, no luck. Memphis has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Now Udrich. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gasol banked in off the glass. And now a 4-point Grizzly lead. 5 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's Neal with the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Grizzlies up 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with John Wall. And, John, tell us how you're feeling so far in this game in terms of getting into your own rhythm out there.
No, it was good. Just try to get my rhythm, just try to find my teammates, make the job easy for us, and let the game come to me.
John, thank you for your time. We always appreciate it. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seemed to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go.
What was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives a team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Memphis. A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. And it's Gasol in at the 5. Now here is Gortat. There's a screen by Gortat. Beal dishes to Gortat and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
First free throw is good.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline play.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Wall with the steal. Here's Beal. And that one's good. Beal's got 10 points in the game. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 10. Pulls up on the elbow, and the shot is good. 12 points for him.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
And Beal kicks to Wall. Baseline jumper. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Conley. Memphis leading. Here we go, one-on-one. Randolph can't hit.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
But they get it back. That's good. And that's 12 points here for Beal.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Dudley. With the fadeaway. And it's Green missing.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And that one's good.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team you like playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He told Gortat that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Green gets to Conley. They double-team Conley. Shot clock at 5. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And, you know, going back to Jared Dudley, he helps you in so many different ways. Shoots a lot of threes, yet does so efficiently. He rebounds, he passes the ball. He'll get a little physical, too. He's a valuable vet to have in your locker room.
And you know what Jared Dudley's nickname was in college? The junkyard dog. I mean, for his toughness and that nose he has for the ball. 2 attributes that have served him greatly here at the next level.
Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers even though he still plays under the rim.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Average a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
That is good. Nene's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Lee outside. Randolph passes to Lee. Picked by Randolph. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Gortat with the steal. And Beal kicks the wall. Gortat with a screen on Lee. Passes it to Gortat. He shoots again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Gortat. He's got 11 points and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player. And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
And he can't hit the second. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards, started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19 and 6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
For Washington, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Ball against Conley. Gasol with the steal. Now here's Conley. Guarded closely. Knocked loose. Stolen by Dudley. He feeds it to Gortat. And he finishes nicely on the way up. Gortat's got 14 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Wizards have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. That one goes. Count it.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Randolph is screened to the middle. Here's Gasol. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 18 points for him.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Wall dishes to Dudley. Misses the three. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. To tie, and Green puts it in. Green's got 10 points in the game.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's Dudley. He's got 6. Nice ball movement by Washington. 5 on the clock. Nene into the lane. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Wizards score.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Conley kicks to Green. Shot from the wing. Shot's good.
2 points.
Randolph's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Washington making some changes. Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene, and Oubre subbed in for Jared Dudley. Vince Carter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Allen comes in for Lee. Memphis on defense. And Wall kicks to Gortat. They double him with Green. Gortat, the pass to Oubre. Shot clock at 6. Carter pulls it in. Memphis has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Green with a screen on Wall. Here's Conley. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Conley's got 12.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And Wall kicks to Oubre. Back to Wall. It's Beal on the wing. All sorts of time. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 14 points here for Beal. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And it's Conley penetrating. Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Porter's checked in for Bradley Beal. Memphis also making some changes. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Now here's Wall. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Oubre. nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Oubre's got 8 points.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Wright with a screen on Wall. Green, the screen. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Off target with his 3.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Picked by Humphries. Wall draws the double. Plenty of space. Humphries, no good.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Wall with the steal. Porter in the corner. With some arc. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The drive by Allen. Nice D from Wall.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Humphries with it. Now Wright defending. Porter dishes the Wall. Here's Gortat. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Oubre with it. 8 points for him. Back to Wall. The Grizzlies pull it in. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
This one for 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Now it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Oubre, good. Here's Udrich. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Carter outside. Wright sets a screen. Carter drives in, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And for those younger folks who might not be familiar, go online and look at some old clips of Vince Carter. In his prime, Clark, one of the great dunkers the league has ever seen.
And for my money, the greatest game dunk in pro basketball history belongs to him. With Team USA back in 2000, jumped over a 7-2 center and punched it on it. Hard to top that.
Gary Neal's checked in for the Wizards. Sessions comes in for John Wall. The Wizards with another miss, and the Grizzlies leading by 4. And Udrich kicks to Allen. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
And you think back to Vince Carter starting his career with the Raptors. An 8-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA selection. And he really introduced Canada to the NBA game.
Now here's Sessions. Pass to Porter. Humphries the pass to Porter. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And for Vince Carter, a superstar in his prime when he was with the Raptors. And his departure left some bad feelings there, no doubt. But, you know, you think back to last season, though, in Toronto. They played a video tribute which brought Vince to tears. I mean, that was nice to see the reconciliation.
Now here's Sessions. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And they're able to recover. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Gortat. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Well, he didn't exactly light it up from the free throw line a season ago. Shot right around 70%.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And the shot is good. 18 points for Jeff Green.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
Picked by Humphries. There's Neal with the three. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Sessions has got 3 assists in the game. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. From deep. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Tie game in Washington. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Jared Dudley out there with Nene, and it's Sessions in at the 1. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Sessions. The dish to Porter. Dudley with a screen on Barnes. Porter, no luck.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Gasol against Dudley. The jump hook. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 20 points for Marc Gasol. Washington trailing. Dudley with a screen for Sessions. And Gasol sends it back. Conley against Beal. Conley kicks to Lee. Kept alive. Goes back up. And Gasol with the lay-in. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Nene, the screen. Over to the wing. Porter dishes to Nene. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sessions. That doesn't go in either for Sessions. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Barnes kicks to Gasol. Washington with the rebound.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Nene with the screen on Lee. Sessions passes to Nene. Some solid defense from Randolph.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now here's Sessions. Nene, the screen. Sessions with it. He's picked up by Lee. And the shot's good from Nene.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Picked by Randolph. The feed to Lee. Pass to Conley. Inside. Off the pick. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 24 points for Marc Gasol.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Dudley with a screen for Sessions. Kicks to Dudley. Uncovered. And Lee pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. To the left wing. Randolph dishes to Lee. Sessions against Conley. Lee kicks to Randolph. From 13. Rebound, Washington. Nene's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Feeds to Sessions. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked him. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
They double team Conley. Randolph a screen. And a wide open look for Lee. Memphis the rebound. No good from Gasol. Wizards trail by 4. Here's Porter. And again, Washington no good.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Randolph passes to Conley. Back to Randolph. Conley up top. Memphis moving it around. And again, Memphis no good. Wizards shooting about 42% so far. Here's Dudley. And there's the call on the nail. That's his first foul. For the Wizards, Gortat has come in for Porter. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. And Memphis also making a switch. Carter, he's checked in for Matt Barnes. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here is Lee. To the inside. Conley dishes to Gasol. Shot is no good. Some solid defense there by Nene. Outside, Wall. Out to the right wing. Gortat with a screen on Conley. And Wall kicks to Gortat. 6 to shoot. Here's Nene. Gets it to fall from the right block. Nene's got 4 this quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Randolph, a screen on Dudley. Picked by Randolph. Lee outside. The Grizzlies with another miss.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
A sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Conley against Wall. Left side, Randolph. The 15-footer, good. Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Wall. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
And that one falls for John Wall. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Vince Carter. There's a good screen. Dishes to Dudley. And Gortat kicks to Beal. The pass to Dudley. Clock at 6. Here's Nene. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Memphis leading. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And guys, Jeff Green, by every measure of athleticism and skill, should have become one of the game's better small forwards, but inconsistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4-to-1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. And then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of the consistency, and that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Tony Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. Both good from the line that time.
You know, with Jeff Green, the one thing you can say about him is he's been durable, especially since he had the unforeseen heart issue in 2011 for which he needed season-ending surgery. Since then, over the past 3 full seasons, he's played in 81, 82, and 78 games.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Offensive rebound. Allen's shot is off.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Beal the pass to Wall. Nene, the screen, passes it to Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. And that's now 19 points here for Beal.
And talking about Jeff Green, I'm rooting for him. I mean, I'm rooting for him to finally put it all together to gain and maintain the confidence and really to fulfill the vast potential we all know that he had.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Gortat dishes to Dudley. Good on the shot. Dudley's got the lead up to 4 now for the Wizards. Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Gasol. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Gasol's got 16 points here in the second half. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Wall against Conley. Gasol with the steal. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
At the line for the Wizards, Tony Allen, 2 shots.
And that one misses. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, and came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, you know, going back to Nene, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on the team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
1 shot.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space, tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Now, here's the name. Dudley's shot is good. And, guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Gasol against the name. Gortat with the block. Here is Wall. He feeds it to Dudley. He kicks to Beal. Dudley with a screen for Beal. Pass to Dudley. And Washington again with the bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
Randolph kicks to Conley. They double team Conley. Outside Gasol. Back to Green. The dish now to Conley. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. They double team Conley. Here's Randolph. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Beal. Kept alive by Washington. Wall's shot is off.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Randolph a screen. Gasol with it. Now guarded by Gortat. Randolph kicks to Green. To the middle. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Gasol.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Ladies and gentlemen, rising center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
.107 left to play in the final quarter. Here's the screen. It's Beal on the wing, defended by Allen. And here's Dudley for 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
And so it's Memphis with it. 4-point game. The feed to Gasol. Shot from 6. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Nene, the screen. Wall passes to Beal. Nene with the screen on Green. There's the double team with Randolph. Shot clock at 6. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
.29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Conley kicks to Gasol. Wall against Conley. To the inside. Randolph. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Time after time, Zach Randolph getting it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise and center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. Now Wall. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams in these few minutes of basketball pan out. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Wizards 5 right now. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. And it's Dudley in at the small forward. Clock at 4. There's Beal with the 3. No luck. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Now here's Conley. Lee outside. Gasol kicks to Lee. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Washington shooting in this game 45%. Pass to Dudley. Shoots. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Memphis has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Good looking screen by Gasol. Lee fires, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Lee's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Grizzlies. Wall against Conley. Wall dishes to Dudley. Here's Gortat. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
At the line for your Wizards, Marcin Gortat. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Gortat. Grizzlies shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Conley kicks to Green. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Wall. Wall draws the double. Dudley the pass to Nene. And right through it goes. Nene's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
You know, I don't think that was a shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Dudley against Green. Kicks it to Gasol. Back to Green from past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 25 points for Jeff Green.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Gortat with the screen for Wall. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 23 points for Marcin Gortat.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Green dishes to Gasol. Three-pointer. Green, no luck. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. And Beal kicks to Wall. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Left side, Randolph. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Green. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 32 points in the game.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Just under 3.5 minutes played in the extra period here. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from courtside.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
Conley against Wall. Gasol wide open. He fires, and he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
Man, did they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing him now, so keep going to it until the defense adjusts.
Here's Lee outside. That is good.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here's that gives him the double-double. 11 points and 15 assists.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Conley with it. He's picked up by Wall. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Courtney Lee is on the wing. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Wall dishes to Dudley. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
To the left side wing. There's Beal with the 3. Kept alive. And Gortat kicks to Wall. Feeds to Nene. The kick out to Wall. So it's Memphis picking up the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Mark, it certainly seemed like you guys came out early on with a mindset to seize control of this game. Was that your plan?
Yes, and we started out that way, and that was limped away a little bit. But, we're learning, we're getting better, and, just a process.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Well, Marc Gasol is right in the middle of the conversation about the best centers in the NBA. If you're talking strictly about defense, well, Gasol is the conversation. It's just not about D, as we saw tonight. He got tremendous offensive game as well. Did you see that turnaround? Woo.
There was no shortage of points in the paint for him tonight. He was doing his thing, using his big body to create space and make easy baskets for his teammates and himself inside. When he got his hands on it, he didn't mess around.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.